when he and I got together, we had that conversation about labels because I felt ready to be called boyfriend and girlfriend. And he goes, being in my 40s, I feel like I'm a little old to be called somebody's boyfriend. But if you call me your man friend, it sounds like I'm not allowed near playgrounds. I was like, all right, well, what are you going to call me? And he goes, I'll just be like, this is my lady. And I was like, well, we're not at a Renaissance fair. So, no. Also, I can't use the equivalent of that. I can't be like, Mom, Dad, I'd like you to meet my lord. And he's also a comedian. My ex-husband was actually a comedian, too. I can't stop shitting where I eat. My love life is a Chipotle. Just keep the eating and shitting all under one roof. It's very convenient, very farm to table, you know. They're right there. And I wasn't much of a jealous girlfriend in my 20s, but then some switch flipped in my 30s. And now when I see somebody hit on the person I'm with, I just feel myself anamorph into the cast of Jersey Shore. I am ready to brawl. And he does get hit on. When he walks on stage, women whistle at him. And at comedy clubs, there's usually a security guard in the back to kick people out in case they heckle. So at his shows, I've just started to stand next to the security guard. And if I see a woman laughing too hard at one of his jokes, I just walk up and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. He's my favorite comedian. Well, he's my lord. Scoot, beat it. I feel like most people assume I'm exaggerating during that joke, but if you follow me online, you'll know I posted a video a few months ago of a woman who sat in the front row of one of my shows, and after I told that joke, she goes, your boyfriend is my favorite comedian. We've seen him like 8 times. And I was like, lady, did you not just hear that this is when I go snooky on somebody? What are you doing? And she doubled down. She's like, he's so cute. He's so hot. And he responds to my Instagram comments. And that's when I took out my hoop earrings. All the men in the crowd were looking around like, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. It's like, yeah, time to fuck around and find out, madam. Get up here. I don't actually worry about my boyfriend cheating on me. I feel like men's bodies start to really turn on them in their 40s. He has to wake up every 2 hours in the night to pee. And when I see him in the morning with bags under his eyes, I hug him and I go, babe, I'm sorry you didn't sleep well. And then I think, you're too exhausted to cheat on me. You're not getting enough REM to pull off 2 relationships. I like you slow like this. Can catch you if I need to. Get back here. But now the second I see him start to reach for melatonin, I'm like, the fuck are you resting up for? Huh? You stay sleepy. I don't usually mind our age gap, but there is that new filter on TikTok where couples are posting pictures together, and then a filter goes across the screen, and it shows you what you'll look like together in 50 years. Like it ages you. So I did that with a picture of me and my boyfriend, and when the filter went across the screen, it just made him disappear. It was just me holding an urn. I was like, what? No, please. And my boyfriend was like, I want to see the picture. I was like, oh, my phone died. And so did you. What am I going to do? He does hate that he looks older than me. He's been trying to get me to look older faster. I think he wants to, like, microwave my face. On my birthday, as a prank, he hid all of my expensive skin creams, and when I opened my bathroom cupboard, there was just a pack of cigarettes. Like a tanning bed coupon. Well, be careful what you wish for. You're gonna wake up next to Mick Jagger. I have been telling my single friends that they should date somebody older than them. It's the best. They got their lives together. They're financially secure. My boyfriend has a lake cabin. You think I give a shit that he has a fake hip? I don't. I don't need somebody to be able to jump rope to get me wet. I'm riding on a jet ski. I'm coming 5 times on that thing anyway. My boyfriend shows me his credit score while we're on the jet ski. I'm like, oh my God. Our neighbors are like, wow, look at all the water coming off that thing. I'm like, that's not water, Diane. That's all me, baby. Happy 4th. Peace be with you. I will say, if you date somebody older than you, sometimes people think you have daddy issues. And they're right. My dad was an international yo-yo man for a living. That sentence should not even exist. I don't know if when you were growing up, a guy came to your school and did yo-yo demonstrations. Yeah, that's the man who made me. That's not great. I do love my dad. I think he gave me a very specific amount of daddy issues. Like, I have enough to have become a comedian, but not enough to have an OnlyFans. My dad's just a little too supportive for me to have one of those. If I tried to post my boobs online behind a paywall and posted some link that was like, for my biggest fans only, my dad would read that and go, well, I'm obviously my daughter's biggest fan. Oh, God, no. No. Kelsey Evelyn. I don't know of that many people personally who are on OnlyFans or in the porn space. I do know of Adriana Chechik. I follow her on Twitter because she tweets the most outrageous things, and they make me laugh so hard. She tweeted the other day and said, on my way to the dentist, he has no idea how many different people's DNA he's about to clean out of my teeth. Some dirty things up here, but I read that and was like, my heavens. Adriana, I mean, God forbid something ever happens to her, there are going to be so many suspects. That is a crime scene of a mouth. Detectives are going to be like, was she killed by a village? What happened here? It's just not wise. But I am fascinated by her as a person. I listened to her on a podcast where she said that on a different trip to the dentist, she had the dentist file down her back molars so that she could make room for bigger things. Yeah, really took the bumpers off the bowling lane. And I heard that and was like, what a commitment to the craft. I mean, I'm not even willing to wear heels up here for you folks. She's out there changing her dental records. Good Christ, what a go-getter. I told that joke in Grand Rapids a few months ago where nothing good ever happens. And there was a dentist in the crowd, and she was blackout drunk. And she starts shouting, she goes, we can tell when somebody's in porn. And I was like, well, none of us are going to be able to move on with our lives until you tell us. The floor is yours, okay? You have hijacked the show. And she goes, they have suction on the roof of their mouth. I was like, Like the ghost of a blowjob? What are you talking about? That is so not how I thought you would be able to tell, right? I thought she was gonna say that when they put the little vacuum hose in there, that the person's like, they're like, hey, 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 hey. Quit that. You swallow at your work, not here. Goblin.